This video will give you information about Chapter 3 of The Giver, written by Lois Lowry. As you follow along, I encourage you to use thinking maps to store information. You can find links for my recommended thinking maps in the video description. Chapter 3 of The Giver introduces a new character named Gabriel. Gabriel is a baby and is being cared for by Jonas's father. Gabriel has eyes that are similar to Jonas's. Speaking of eyes, something else we learn about Jonas is that he has unique eyes that are a light color. This means Gabriel's eyes are this strange light color as well. Unique means special, so most people in the community must have dark eyes. Let's look at what happens in this chapter. First off, we are once again in Jonas's home, and it's still almost December. Jonas's father brings baby Gabriel home to care for him overnight because the baby isn't doing so well in the nursery. Jonas notices that he has the same eyes as Gabriel. Both of them have eyes that are different from most people in the community. This makes Jonas uncomfortable, so he tries to ignore the baby that night. Then, Jonas remembers a time when he was looking at an apple and it looked different for a moment, but he wasn't sure how it looked different. It was still a mystery to him. Let's start talking about the motifs that Lois Lowry has placed in this book. A motif is a noticeable detail in writing that is repeated several times. Ask yourself, what words or images does the author seem to repeat or give attention to? In this chapter, a motif that emerges is eyes. Jonas and Gabriel have the same eyes. Jonas and Gabriel have eyes that are different from most people. Jonas's eyes did something strange when he was looking at an apple one day. So why did Lois Lowry talk about eyes so much in this chapter? Maybe seeing is going to be an important idea in the rest of the story. In this chapter, we learn about a few more community rules and ideas that Jonas lives with. Some things are prohibited, some are expected, and some ideas are just very different from what we're used to. A new idea that we read about is birth mothers. Their job is to give birth to 3 babies. After that, they become laborers or workers. We also learned that people are always watching you. Looking at Lily, Jonas knows that one day somebody will come on the speaker and chastise Lily for her messy hair. Jonas also remembers when he took a snack from the park and the speakers chastised him. From these actions, we can conclude that people are being watched to make sure they follow the rules. There is also an idea that is not what we would expect. The people of Jonas's community can't see color. How do we know? When Jonas is looking at the apple, it suddenly looked different for a moment. He saw its color for just a second. He doesn't know what color is, so he can't begin to describe what happened, but soon this will start happening to him more frequently. Another action we learned is prohibited or not allowed is to point out people's differences. This community really seems to feel that sameness is better than differences. It's something to think about as you read the book. Make sure to add some of these notes to your thinking map so you can keep track of what you learn about Jonas's community. Have questions, discussion points, or feedback for this video? Feel free to leave a comment below and stay tuned for the next chapter overview.